There is nothing more comforting than a homemade Sunday beef pot roast dinner. Today I will show you how to make an easy and classic roast beef dinner, step by step, from start to finish. The beef is fall-apart tender and rich in flavor. I'm Tess, and welcome to my kitchen. I have a chuck roast that is a little over 3 pounds. I think a chuck roast is the best, as it has a lot of fat marbling and will cook to fall apart tender and add a lot of flavor to the vegetables and gravy juices. I'm using my large cast iron pan and my heat is on medium-high. I'm adding in some vegetable oil to coat the bottom and my beef roast that I'm seasoning both sides with some kosher salt and black pepper. I'm letting this cook for a good 3 to 4 minutes on each side so I get a nice brown caramelized crust. This is going to add a lot of good rich flavor. Once done, I'm turning off my heat and removing the beef roast. Just a reminder that I will leave the recipe and the list of ingredients for this classic beef pot roast recipe below this video. Also remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video recipe and click the bell to make sure you receive notification of all my future video recipes. I have my oven preheating to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm layering about 1/4 inch onion slices on the bottom, and I'm adding in a couple sliced garlic cloves and some fresh thyme sprigs. Next, the roast sets on top of the onion slices, and don't forget to pour in all the beef juices. This is 2 cups of beef broth, and this will help keep the meat moist and help form some rich juices for the gravy. I'm also adding a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce for more flavor and a tang. Finally, topping with a sprig of rosemary. The onions will help hold the roast above the liquid level so the meat bakes and does not boil. I'm covering this with foil and baking at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour and 45 minutes, and then I will add the vegetables. The idea is to cook the roast low and slow so the fat renders and the meat becomes nice and tender. For fall-apart tender beef, the internal temp should be about 190 to 195 Fahrenheit. Depending on the size of your roast, you will need to check the internal temp of the roast about every 20 minutes near the end of cooking time. You don't want to overcook the beef because it will become dry. It's been 1 hour and 45 minutes, and I'm basting the roast with some of the juices. If you find your liquid level is low, you may need to add more beef broth. Just be careful because the vegetables will also produce some juices. I'm adding in some chopped celery and baby carrots. You can also add potatoes or any vegetable that you like. This is getting recovered with the foil and baking for another 30 to 45 minutes. It's been 45 minutes and the beef roast is done. The meat is fork tender and smelling really good. I'm removing the beef roast from the pan, covering and letting it rest for 15 to 20 minutes before serving. The vegetables are tender, and I'm making beef gravy with all the rich broth. Stay tuned for the next video where I will show you how to make this easy, delicious, rich beef gravy from scratch. I'm serving tonight with some mashed potatoes. If you would like to see how to make creamy and fluffy mashed potatoes, I will leave a link here and also in the Show More section below. The roast beef is so tender. This is such an easy, delicious, comforting meal. I hope you give this cast iron pot roast dinner a try and enjoy. If you like this video recipe, please hit the like and subscribe button. Remember to hit the bell next to the subscribe to make sure that you get my future video recipes. You can also find me on Facebook and at my website. Feel free to share this recipe and my channel with your friends and family. And until next time, much love!